Right, Chewbacca next. Lego Star Wars death sounds. We all know them, we all love them, and today we're ranking them.
Let's get into it.
So first up, we've got Qui-Gon Jinn, the sound he makes when he dies. So, shall we hear it? First, let's recreate it.
Yeah, so short but sweet, that one. Certainly is interesting.
I think it's middle of the road as far as death sounds go. It's a good death sound, but it doesn't, push the bar up, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I don't know, I'll go B.
B, a good old B, it's solid. Now let's go on to Obi-Wan. Can he top his master?
Okay, this one's definitely better than Qui-Gon's.
I
don't think it's a rank A, so I think that Qui-Gon should go down to C.
I think this is worse than Qui-Gon.
We'll just put it on a B then and meet in the middle.
Now on to C-3PO.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh, that one is good. That one's good. That's going up high. I want to put that as Yoda. It's amazing. I think the point of the Yoda tier is only Yoda can go there, so I think we should add an S tier. I've messed this up. Okay, we've got this. This somehow
You just put it F.
Oh. Alright, S tier, C-3PO. S for C-3PO.
Yeah.
Alright, Jar Jar next. Wow!
Okay, that one's a good one. Not quite as good as C-3PO though, so I'm saying A.
I would agree there. It's a good solid A. Well done, Jar Jar. Although I do wish it was kind of more dramatic in a sense, because Jar Jar is the sort of character you could really go for it with.
Yeah. Now let's go on to Padme.
What was that?
Yeah, okay, that one's a D. It's rubbish.
That's gotta be a D tier. Yeah. There's just nothing to it. It didn't even really sound fully human.
Okay, so next we're going for Luke Skywalker. This death sound is shared by a lot of characters.
Including somehow an Ugnaught, Dexter Jettster, and Ki-Adi-Mundi, and Bossnass. How?
Darth Vader is the most shocking one. Okay, well, let's hear it. Okay, that does not work for Darth Vader whatsoever.
I think it has to go down to a C tier, because while it's an alright death sound, I think spreading it across so many characters, even the ones it doesn't work with, just drags it down.
See, I don't think it's as good as Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan's anyway. And so, yeah, C is definitely its place.
I'm excited for this next one. We have R2-D2. Wow! Wow!
Okay, this one's definitely good. It has to be at least A tier.
I'm willing to go straight to S tier.
Me too, I love it.
Honestly, iconic. Iconic. Right, young Anakin next.
Okay, this one I kind of like. I think it's got to be up there, like A tier. It's really funny.
I want to go B tier. I think I think it's decent. I just couldn't put it on the same level as Jar Jar.
Okay, I can't put it on the same level as Jar Jar, but it's definitely better than both Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan.
I think this is just a case of the B tier is nice and big.
Okay.
Moving us on to Anakin, but older. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. I think we've got to go A.
Yeah, I think he's earned it. Anakin's earned it.
It's not as good as Jar Jar's, but you know.
And you know what that means is next.
Yoda. Okay, so we know this one's good, but let's hear it again.
Honestly iconic. And fun fact, you could actually hear this in Attack of the Clones when he fights Count Dooku. And if you just go back and rewatch that scene, it's so funny because all you hear is this sound. It's just like, you just watch him go and you're like, that's the sound.
Yeah, this one's iconic for a reason, and it obviously has to go in the Yoda tier.
I mean, I would rate it above Yoda if I could.
Me too.
Right, Chewbacca next. Oh no. Alright, Chewbacca.
I mean, it's solid. I'd put it an A. Not quite as good as the R2-D2 scream, but definitely up there.
I'd agree. It's an iconic sound. It sounds amazing. It's perfectly Star Wars. I just think it's beaten by the droids. So next up is this Leia?
Yes, it's Leia. This sound is shared by a few other characters like Ayla Secura and Shakti and Luminara and Dooley. So let's hear it. Oh!
Ah!
Okay, this one's just standard run-of-the-mill B tier.
I would go C tier. I think B tier is just a step above this. I just think it's just... I want more out of it, like, if you get what I mean. It works, it does the job, but I want a bit more. I want some fun in there.
Okay, let's put it C tier then.
Luke and Leia, the siblings, stuck together in terms of their death sounds. Which brings us next to, like, a rebel troop.
Oh!
Whoa!
Okay, this one I really like. I think it's gotta be A tier. It's as good as, like, Jar Jar, Anakin, and Chewbacca.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good sounding one. And it's weird because it's a character who's like a bit of a no one, really. It's just rebel troop. But the sound is good, so I can't complain. But next up is Lando Calrissian.
Let's hear it.
Oh! Oh!
Okay, that one's decent, but it's not up there with the A's. I think it's gotta be a B.
I would agree. I think it's a fun sound, but it just doesn't get up to the higher levels. Which brings us on to a Jawa.
That one's fun and it's cool, so I think it's A tier.
Yeah, they've done something cool with it. I'm tempted to go B tier, because I feel like you've got some heavier hitters than that.
Okay, yeah, let's put it B then.
Onto an Ewok now.
Okay, this proves what you just said. Put that in A tier. In fact, actually, could it go above? I think it might be S tier. It's really
I've got to
funny.
feel it's S tier. That's a good one. That is a good one. Which brings us on to a battle droid, which I think will also be a good one, but let's hear it. That was nothing like it.
Okay, this one's just kind of boring, but it's not bad, so C tier.
Yeah, it was just disappointing more than anything.
Yeah.
Which brings us on to Geonosian, which is also the sound for Watto.
Okay, that one was kind of disappointing. It's alright. I think it might be a C tier. I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, I think it's a C tier. I mean, to be fair, it works for the characters it's got. Yeah, it doesn't push it up the full way. So let's go on to Darth Maul next.
Okay, that sounds very similar from what I remember to the Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan ones, so I think it's got to be a B.
Yeah, it's a solid sound and it works well though. And on to Jango Fett next.
Okay, I do really like that one. It's not S tier, but it's definitely above B tier, so A tier it is.
Yeah, I think it is good, and I think the little at the end is quite funny. I've got to put that in the A tier. And that brings us on to General Grievous.
Okay, once again, I think that one's alright, but nothing special, so I put it C tier.
Yeah, C tier. It's definitely a C tier. And that brings us on to Stormtrooper.
Okay, that's C tier for sure.
Yeah, it's just another bland one, which is kind of disappointing. I think the rebels are beating the Empire right now.
Like always, well, Except for Empire Strikes Back and a few other cases.
On to Tusken Raiders.
That was terrible.
But I do think the sound is good.
The sound is good, but I think it's just a B tier. I don't think it can go higher than that.
Really? I was tempted to go A tier, but I'll compromise, I'll go B tier. Which brings us on to Greedo. Bah! Bah!
Okay, that's a fun one. I think that might be A tier.
I would agree. I was thinking A tier as well. Amazing. Which brings us on to Garindan.
Okay, it's a fun sound, but not massively exciting. So I think it's a C tier.
Does it really work as a death sound? I don't know. But yeah, C tier. Which brings us on to, is that a Cloud City guy? It looks like it, so let's just go with that.
Okay. Okay, that's actually a really cool death sound. I think it's got to be A tier.
I was thinking A tier as well, which actually means A, B, and C is quite even, really. Well, it is even, which is quite impressive. Like, we're getting a sort of bell curve shape here.
Yeah, we need some more D tier ones, though.
Let's see if the Gamorrean Guard can do that.
Okay, I really like that one. But I don't think it's S tier.
Oh, I was about to say S tier.
It's really fun, but that's it. I don't know, it hasn't quite got the impact of R2-D2 screeching.
Okay, fair enough. Let's go A tier. Let's go A tier. So what about Bib Fortuna?
I mean, it's good, but it isn't amazing. So I'd say a B tier.
Yeah, I'm thinking B tier. It just feels like the other sounds on that level. Like, yeah. Which brings us on to Bossk.
Okay, once again, it's good, but nothing amazing. So I'd say B tier again.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Just solid B tier. Which brings us on to Boba Fett. How much different will he be from Jango, who did rate quite highly?
Okay, he can't rank as high as Jango, so I think it's got to be B.
Yeah, B or C actually, to be fair.
Yeah, actually maybe C.
It's just, I feel like we had such high expectations and Boba just did not hit it.
Okay, now on to the Royal Guard. Okay, I really like that one. I think it's got to be A tier.
That's an A tier for me, for sure. Such a nice sound. And on to Palpatine.
Okay, that's one of the best ones. S tier.
I put him in Yoda for a second. No, I was already going, I'm dragging him to S tier. That was so good. And I've got high hopes for Admiral Ackbar as well, but will he deliver?
Okay, I really like that sound. That's also got to be an S tier.
Yes, that's an S tier for me, and I kind of wish they used this sound for Boss Nass as well. Boss Nass got such a generic sound, and I feel like he would have worked with this sound as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Which brings us on to, is this IG-88?
I guess so. It's been a long while since I played the game.
It's treason, then.
Okay, so I think this is a decent death sound, but, you know, nothing super amazing, so I think it's a B tier.
Yeah, I mean, you've got that nice powering down sound. It's definitely better than the battle droid, but it just, yeah, it doesn't do too much, which I suppose is fair for a character like IG-88. So yeah, a B tier here. Which brings us on to Dengar.
Yep, C tier again, I think.
C tier? Wow.
I don't know, it's a decent sound, but it's nothing super special.
Fair enough. Let's go on to, I'm assuming this is Zuckuss.
Yeah, this looks to be Zuckuss. It's a decent sound. Is it a decent death sound? I don't know, I don't hear enough pain.
I'm saying B tier.
Okay, we can go B tier then.
Yeah. Which brings us on to our last Star Wars character. I forgot the name. Is it R4?
Yeah, I think so.
How embarrassing. How embarrassing.
Yeah, okay, that's D tier.
Yeah, it's so naff. Like, that was competing with R2-D2, the iconic R2-D2, and it just did not stick the landing at all.
Okay, well, on to our final character, and it's Indiana Jones.
Whoa!
It's fun, but I don't think it's much more than fun, so I think it's B tier.
I strongly disagree. I honestly wanted to place that in S tier. I love that.
Okay, I can see it fitting in A tier if you want to put it there.
Fair enough, let's go A tier and complete the Lego Star Wars Death Sounds tier list.
Yeah, so it's actually come out to a pretty nice bell curve.
Yeah, I do love this. It really just groups it quite nicely. And with that, we are done.
Yep, thank you for watching.
I hope you enjoyed, and please do let us know what sort of rankings you would give and which sound is your favourite, other than Yoda's, of course.
Yeah, when I die, I want that to be the sound I make.